Hey everybody, August 19th, Bob from Trade Genius. I want to talk about the market. As you know, right now I think we're at a crossroad. You saw all the videos I posted for this weekend around just how extreme the positioning is across the gold market, the bond market, the volatility market, the emerging markets versus the developed markets, and the uh, the DeMark exhaustion that we just hit. And so I'm just staying away from swing trades until gold and silver get ready to rocket. And so we just been spending more and more time day trading, and that's the focus of today's conversation too. So I wanted just to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight as to how we trade and how we day trade, and also how we use our software to just put us into some really good setups. You can do this with trading futures. You can use this day trading the SPY, and you can do this with trading Nadex. And I just want to walk you through it right now. So, how we look at the market is just as a general rule is this red line here and this green line here. Sorry, it's a little bit of a busy chart because there were some trends in here today, and on Friday I mean. And so I look at the overnight low and the overnight high. That usually 85% of the time the market will stay inside of those lines. And the reason being is that overnight markets tend to be a little bit more volatile, a little bit more range to it because the volume's so low. And then when bigger money comes in during the day, they tend to fade that back into the VWAP. And the VWAP's that black line you see right here. We kind of call it home base. It's how trader institutional people, they make their money depending on where they're buying and selling against the average weighted price. Okay, so we look at that. We have these standard deviation lines either side of it. We look at the range, and then we go ahead and we look at where price is in the morning. I tend to not like to trade for the market opens, but I'll consider anything after 5 a.m. Pacific time part of the market open, because sometimes there's news, and sometimes the best setups happen around 5:36 in the morning for run the day. Like if you get a buy signal or a slingshot at 6 a.m., you know it's going to be that's a powerful bullish move, and we had that this week, in fact. So what I look at is where are we for the open, and you look to take the first dip, and you have to realize the market likes to go up. Going down for the market is not natural. Okay, so it's always better to look for dips to buy than rips to short. It's harder. The reversals are more dramatic, and usually get yourself caught off guard. And so for us, we break the market into three components. One is the open to the Europe close. You got the halftime, where between basically 9 to 11ish, and then you have the market close. And there's opportunities in all three areas, and I'm going to get to those. So for us is that we use three components to the day trading money machine. We have a proprietary stochastic, we have a proprietary money flow, and then we have a proprietary slingshot trade. And the slingshot trade is looking at multiple lookbacks of information that informs us that a move down, it was too steep and it was too fast, and it usually sets itself up for a good strong reversal. The earlier in the day this happens, the more powerful a slingshot is. And so when you get a slingshot while the Europe market's open, it's a good chance you're gonna be able to make your daily thing. And for me, making $400 a day day trading is the budget that I shoot for between Nadex and between the futures. Okay, anything on the swing side is not day trading money. So this is the money that I live on day to day. And so the market opens at 6:30, and immediately we got a buy signal. You got to take the buy signal, and I do two things with this information. Is that I bought the 10 a.m. contract for Nadex. I like to look at the hourly or the 2 hourly, but they overlap hourly, and take that one strike below price, and then look to pocket 15 or 20 bucks and get out. All right, it shot up, went right up to the R1, stalled. The same with trading the ES. If I could scalp 1 or 2 points off any one of my arrows, I'm a happy guy. I'm looking, between 4 and 8 points. I'm looking for a couple $100 on Nadex. Done. Move on. Enjoy my life. All right, so you got that. Then we got a reversal here. Typically, what happens though in the market, when you break through the VWAP, it'll come down to VWAP and then bounce and go. This time it went through it. We got a short signal. I didn't take this short signal. Like I said before, I like to go long versus short, except in one situation, and I'm going to show that to you in a second, is that it went down and kept falling. And see, one thing also too, it never touched the overnight high or overnight low. Here it went ahead and it touched it. Slingshot happened at the same time, money flow up at the same time. This is like somebody screaming at me to buy. Okay, and we did. All right, and then for me, I ran it up to 41 because I was looking at the 1 minute chart also that was telling me that was the top of the value range, and a value range is where 70% of the volume was transacted, and it went from the bottom of the range to the top of the range in 10 minutes. So you picked up 5 points there, and at the same time I went long end of the day Nadex, and I went long the 11 a.m. Hourly contract. Got confirmation here, and then this thing just ran all the way up until Europe closes, which happens a lot. This is when they're starting to put the shorts on the run, so they're closing them out. At 9 o'clock, if you have a run like this, this is where you can look at, is there an end of the day opportunity to short the market, okay, and where you can put a trade on. And so for me, is that you can put a trade on for the next hour. I made my day already. I was done trading. So, but if I wasn't done trading, is that I would have went here and would have bought the 1 p.m. contract on the sell side, and you could have sold this down. A lot of times it breaks R2, you get a sell signal. It goes to R1, and then tries to double top a lot. In this case, it went down to VWAP. You got a buy signal here, you take the buy signal. Now, one thing interesting about this is that the market looked like it was settling in for a dull OPEX close, but you started seeing a bid come in, and I was telling people in the room, I said, they're asking should we short it back down to here, and I'm like, I don't know, it's above VWAP, it's getting a bid, somebody knows something, and you got a buy signal, and you got that buy signal before this thing rocketed, and this thing just took off like a bat out of hell, and it ran it all the way up, and at 28.59 area here was basically the pivot R2, got all the way up to 28.57, and then sold back down to basically 28.53. So for me personally, if I was trading, I would have bought an end of the day here, okay. I would have closed my end of the day when I saw this arrow here, because then I was saying, okay, they're going to try to double top it. And then I would have definitely went long here, and I would have went long here on the 3 p.m. contract for Nadex, and I would have bought ES long. And that's how you trade it. If you'd have just followed the arrows, you'd have made a couple $1,000s. So the software is called the Day Trading Money Machine, and you can use it for Nadex, binary options. You can use it to day trade SPY, and you can use it to day trade the futures market. I encourage you to check it out. We have back to school specials running right now, and some really good deals. And one thing I always tell people is that when you look at an ROI on anything, is that if it's going to help you return your investment on something that you're purchasing as quickly as this software does, it's a no-brainer. And I don't think anybody out there has something as simple as we do. And a lot of it has a lot of whys and wherefores. This is really simple. See trade, take trade. And I developed this for my own benefit to help me see the trades, so I wouldn't struggle with confidence with it, and you will too. Thanks for listening, and have a great week out there trading. Bye bye.